Today we're looking at this tech pouch from Tomtoc, and we're trying to answer the question, does this budget pouch at only $28 on Amazon have enough to compete with the much more expensive tech pouches out there? Let's find out. So first off, what good is a tech pouch? For me, this is something that's very useful. First of all, it helps me keep all of my tech items in one place so I don't go look for them all over the place. I know where they are. And two, it makes it easy for me to take all of those items, have them next to me on my desk or at a table at a coffee shop or on the dining room table at my house, and all of the items are there. I don't have to go back and forth to my backpack to retrieve every single item. So this, to me, if I'm changing backpacks, it goes from one backpack to the next and I know that I haven't left anything behind. So to me, this is very, very useful. So we're going to take a very quick look at the pouch, and then after that we're going to try two loadouts. One tech loadout, which is typical for a pouch like this, and one EDC loadout that I use with another pouch, and I would like to see, and I have been asked if this would work with this particular one or not. So we're going to do both of those things and come with the conclusion at the end. This is supposed to be a budget product, so I didn't have very high expectations, but I was actually very pleasantly surprised with the quality of the material. This is a Cordura-like material that's very rugged. It has a holder, a strap here that's kind of a regular strap. It has a softer material here that I think is just for aesthetics. More importantly, the zippers. These are things that I use all the time, so they're more important for me than anything else. And these are YKK zippers, and I think Tomtoc are very smart to be using them. Once we open those zippers, we see this origami, is what they call it, origami style layout on the inside. This, I think, was pioneered by Peak Design and copied by many others, but this is, I think, is less than half the price of a Peak Design pouch. So here we are. So this is very useful because it gives you a lot of large pockets, and it puts everything on display right away, and it creates these like large spaces on both sides as well. So it makes perfect use of the entirety of the kind of hippo-like opening here that you can see. So yeah, it has other kind of mesh pockets over here, and it has these elastic loops that you can use for cables and for other items, and it has a large padded pocket that takes up the entirety of that side, and it also comes with, I have it actually somewhere here, it comes with this, which is the SD and micro SD card holder, which has been, this is so useful that I actually took it when I stopped using this one. I took it out of there and used it in my other pouch. But it comes with it as well as a key ring loop, and I think you can, in their pictures, they have an air tag attached to it and stuff like that. I haven't used it that much. So let's start off with the tech loadout. My tech loadout is not very small. It's not the biggest out there, but it's demanding. So I've tried a bunch of pouches before and they were too small for it. So let's take it one by one. I have the battery bank, I have my Logitech mouse, I have my Minix power brick here. I have cables. I have a lot of cables. So this is a 10-foot cable that I can put right there. This is another USB-C cable. I use this more often, so I can put this right here. I have a hard drive. So let me actually take this. I'll put this right here. I'll put the hard drive in here. And I have an extension cable and a rolling square 6-in-1 cable, so I can put this on that side. I have a Sharpie, so I'll put that in the pen loop over here, and there's a second pen loop as well that can be used. I have a bunch of kind of loose small items, and I think this is where I would have liked to see like a zippered compartment or something like that. What they have instead is an elastic mesh compartment, which is fine. It holds things, but it's just a little bit more of a nuisance to get into. I have other kind of dongles to use here. I can use the elastic loops to do that. I have my SD, my SSD cable. I'll put that over here. I have, okay, I keep a battery for my mouse. I can keep that in here. And I have the Moken USB hub. And the USB hub, I can actually take this, put it in the middle, put the cable with it, and put this right over here. And the SD card holder as well, we'll put it in the end. And this closes just fine. It looks okay. It's not deformed or anything, and more importantly, it stands on its own. So this makes for a great desk caddy, and I have all of this kind of tech at my disposal, which I really like, and I don't have to kind of go and dig through it. Everything is right there, and I really like the way it's laid out. So I highly recommend this as a tech pouch. Okay, so a couple of days ago, I published a video called The 50 Things That I Carry Every Day in My Backpack, and these are carried in an Evergoods Cap 2 pouch that's marketed as a tech pouch, as an overall kind of multi-use pouch. But someone asked me if there's a cheaper version of that pouch that can be used, because it's $75. So I wanted to try out here the same loadout of those 50 items and see if they not only fit, because fitting is only part of it, fit but can be accessed very easily and very kind of intelligently. So I'm gonna not go over them because you can watch the other video for that, but I'm going to transfer all of them in here and see if that's working out or not. So these are more kind of flat items over here. This is a battery bank. I have I have a few kind of, I would call them hardware. So let me guess. Let me try and do this over here. Okay. So far so good. I have a large kind of wipes. I have these zip ties, and I'm glad to see that the large Leatherman multi-tool fits well. I have, I have this clip and loose sheets of paper. I have super glue and a couple of bottles of small spray bottles of cologne. I have this holder for a bit holder, a miniature bit holder. I have a small pen, and I have this. I want to keep the one in the middle free because I have cash in there that I want to keep clean, kind of, and I could actually take this and put it with the cash as well. I also have an air tag that could go in the small pocket over here, and a bank dongle, security dongle, that I have to know where that is at all times, so I'm going to put it in here. And I have a lighter and a small tin box with a few knickknacks. So I would actually put the lighter in one of the strips here. They're actually a little bit too big for it. Okay, one of them worked. And I have a bunch of pen-like instruments or elongated instruments. That includes a Tide pen. I love this thing. A Tide pen and ruler and an X-Acto knife. So I'm gonna actually, these all went in the other pouch, went into this one area. So I think I'm just gonna throw them here the way they were thrown in there. And I have breath strips. I'll put this with the kind of medicine and things like that here. The last thing is a hero clip. I'm going to put this, I'm going to actually throw it in there and find something. The whole point, okay, so first of all, it fits. The items fit. I think it would take some thought. I'm doing it like that for the first time for the camera, so it's going to take some thought to see what to put where, in terms of for things to kind of make sense and for things to be easily accessible. But in terms of the amount of things, all of them being kind of one dip away, and the whole thing standing on its own. Let's see if it zips up actually before we celebrate. Okay, it actually does. And it's not deformed, it's not, you know, that it could take more. Now I wouldn't put more into it because things would start layering, and I don't like that. But I really like this. This is impressive actually. Okay, so all in all, this I think is a terrific pouch, great value. So for $28, having something that I think can and has with me compete with pouches that are much more expensive, and actually do better than a few of them that I've tried. So I highly recommend getting this. I haven't had it for like years, so I can't tell if it's going to survive or not, but it seems to be very well put together. I use it. It's not my main tech pouch right now, but I use it a lot. It's the pouch that I keep other kind of non-daily tech stuff in it, and I'm very happy with it. So this can be your primary pouch. This can be the pouch you get for like your kind of, I don't know, hard drives at home and extra cables and things like that. All the USBs, we all have like dozens of small USB things and knickknacks and tech related items. So this is cheap enough that it could be a great way to do that instead of keeping them in boxes or in drawers. But as a main tech pouch or EDC pouch, I highly recommend this. I think it performed brilliantly. And I'm looking forward to have hopefully other things from Tomtoc. So yeah, that can only happen if they hear about this channel, and they can only hear about it if whoever's watching subscribes and you guys comment. I love the comments. This is why I do this, honestly. And it's a small channel. It's been growing fast, I think, and I'm super happy with that. So I'm hoping that this would continue. So please, if you like this, subscribe for more. I talk about useful, well-designed things that I use in my life, and yeah, would love to have you on board. Thank you.